Hey guys, how we doing? I hope you are having an amazing day, and And today's topic is gonna be amazing. But before we go into that, I want to ask you guys something. Are you subscribed? Did you like our page already? Because you can follow us on Instagram, like our page in Facebook, and go subscribe to YouTube. You can hit the bell so you're gonna receive all our notifications. This is really important. So you can share this to your friends, to your family, so they all can be blessed with these type of messages. And today we're going to start the podcast number 9. And as you can see, it's just me today, Anderson Sandoval. And well, today's topic, I decided to do this because I've been through this journey, that I've been looking for myself in Christ. I've been looking for myself in wealthy. I want to be wealthy. I want to be a good Christian, and I want to be in good shape. So while I'm going through this journey that I want to be a better me, the best version of me, I was like, you know what? Why don't we share this with everyone? And how can we do that? Of course, our podcast. So today is gonna be podcast number 9, and it's about success. I have a quick question for you all. Are you successful? And here is another question. What's a definition for success? It's not what Google says. I'm not gonna be here reading about what Google says or anything. That's what is your definition about success. Do you feel you're successful? Do you feel that you're there yet? Or are you still in that journey? Or you feel that you're stuck? And today I brought you guys 10 points that we're gonna go through to see if you are successful. And if not, you can take notes, you all, because this is what this is for. We can learn, we can grow as Christians, we can grow as people, so we can be living in a better world. We know that this is gonna get crazy. So guys, please stay tuned, share this to your friends, and we're about to start. So, point number 1, I want it to be discipline. And I'm gonna start off with you all. Why discipline, Discipline is really important because sometimes we can be on our phones. Sometimes we can be doing pretty much nothing, watching memes, watching TikTok and YouTube, watching dumb videos. And don't get me wrong, we are allowed to do that because we need some me time sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to explain here is that why don't you wake up earlier? Why don't you go to sleep earlier instead of being or doing something that is not beneficial for yourself? And why don't you go wake up earlier, So as I was saying, this is about success. If you want to be successful as a Christian, let me tell you the most of the powerful people on the Christian environment, let's say it like that, they wake up every day really early in the morning to pray. The biggest bodybuilders, if you're trying to be good with yourself, they wake up really early to go and work out. And this is something that we need to understand. I know that we need some sleep. So that's why we need to start sleeping earlier. If you go to sleep at, let's say, 11 p.m. and you gotta be at work at, let's say, 6:30, like it's my case, you pretty much are wasting a lot of time. You can easily go to sleep at 9, 9:30, even 10, wake up an hour, 2 hours before that you're supposed to go to work, and invest that time, invest it reading the Bible, invest it praying. You can invest it working out, working on yourself. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna be talking about 3 of the more areas, the 3 of the most important areas that I think they exist, which is yourself, which is how you feel with yourself, how you feel with your body, and how you feel spiritually. And also, you need to understand that we are here and in this world, and we also can be happy in this world. We're not just supposed to be all sad and be you know what, I need to wait to be happy till I'm in heaven and this. Because if you don't enjoy your life, man, what are you doing? You're wasting your life, because that's why God created us, so we can love Him, we can enjoy this life, we can be our best selves, And starting with some philosophical things, let's say, I don't know how to say in English, Sócrates, which is un filósofo muy importante de la antigua en Grecia. Well, something that he said, guys, was really, really important, and this is what touched me when I started this journey about myself in my body, pretty much. Like, I want to be in better shape. And it says pretty much like this. It's shameful for a man to grow old and don't know the beauty and the capacity of his body. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like, you need to love yourself, okay? We understand here that we need to love ourselves. It's like, you know what, man, I'm pretty chunky right now, but let me tell you, I love myself. And dude, that's great. Let me tell you, that's amazing that you love yourself. But because of you love yourself, you need to start doing something about it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing anything about it, you're like also in the Christian aspect, descuidando el templo del Espíritu. You're just not taking care of the temple of the Holy Spirit. So there is also something that you need to think about. And all these rich people, I don't know, Steve Jobs, my uncle, of course, Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying? He's my uncle. He doesn't know it yet, though, but he's my uncle, okay? He's rich, and I love him because he's a good person, not because of his money. So yeah, jokes aside, they're not fat. You know what I'm trying to say. They're just not fat. They're in shape. There are a lot of wealthy men that they follow this. Even they're not Christian, but they follow the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They follow the Bible at that point. And I was listening to these motivacionales speeches. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, don't play dumb. We know Spanish here too, because we are a Hispanic church. If you don't know Spanish, I give free classes. Just text me on my Instagram. Okay? So, okay. Entonces, esto es lo que les estoy tratando de decir. La gente millonaria, mucha de la gente millonaria sigue principios cristianos. A lot of the wealthy people, they follow Christian principles. Why, you will say? Well, that will take us to our second point. And our second point is going to be reading. Reading might be boring for a lot of you all people. And I don't include myself there because honestly, I love reading. I read a lot. I've read a ton of books, novels that I really enjoy. I love like comedias románticas. I really don't know how to say that in English. Please comment that, how you say comedias románticas in English. And whoever wins, it's gonna get a hug from me on Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna keep going with this, guys. I have something for you all, and this point is gonna be really specific. Okay, we need to have self-control. Self-control is going to be one of these points because sometimes we don't even know, valga la redundancia, how to control ourselves. You know, we have so much to give, guys. But just because, oh my gosh, you know what? I feel like I need to eat more because I'm hungry, I'm depressed. Because that was my biggest mountain, let's say, to cross. Para mí, si yo estaba en depresión, I just wanted to eat. Si yo me sentía triste, nomás quería comer, which it's pretty sad if you think about it. Because a lot of people, they stop doing that. But in my case, was like lo opuesto. So what I start doing, I start praying so I can get more self-control, so la carne no me domina. And even my uncle, my family have noticed that. They're like, they see me at night cooking chicken for the next day. And let me tell you, after 2 weeks, it got me bored. I didn't want to eat more chicken, but it's one of the most healthy foods that is out there. So shout out to the chicken. And one of the other points that I have for you guys is don't let your emotions control you. Like I was saying, this goes with point number 2. Why? Because having self-control and don't letting your emotions control you goes pretty much by hand. What do we need to do? Surrender flesh to the Spirit of God. We need to understand that we're in this world and we are not here as humans as we think we are, because we're here with a mission, you know, and everything we're doing this for is for the glory of God. So what I want to tell you all is that even though you think that this is the best thing to do, pray before you do it. If you think, if you have this goal that we're gonna talk about goals in a little bit. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. If you have these goals, you need to put it in God's hands. Because I was reading this just today. I was scrolling down to Facebook, and you will see. You will say, "Well, Facebook is for all people," but I have Facebook. Sorry, it's not for all people. You all are boring. That's the thing. You don't follow the right pages, and if you need to follow the right page, that's Vida Nueva. So go give it a like, subscribe, and you know what you have to do. So yes, I was reading this. What I'm about to tell you guys is like, when God closes a door, it's because He's taking care of you. We have our goals. We know that. Our goal might be a doctor. Our goal might be an engineer, be an entrepreneur, which is pretty famous nowadays to be an entrepreneur. But sometimes, like, there's some piedras en nuestro camino, there are some rocks in our way, and we kind of like nos tambaleamos un poco. So what I recommend you guys to do is like go down to your knees, pray to God, and ask Him, is this really the right way? Because maybe your goal is just perfect, but you're doing it in not the best way possible. If you, I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. You need to understand that there is not only one way to get there. There is not an easy way to be successful in life. If you're being watching these videos on YouTube, like, oh, I'll make you rich with into 2 minutes or whatever, because I've seen those videos, those clickbaits that we call nowadays. Being rich is not easy. Being spiritually in a good spiritual connection with God is not easy. Being good physically, it's not easy. Stop looking for easy stuff. La humanidad hoy en día se está capturando tanto en un teléfono donde podemos hacer todas las cosas ya, whenever we want the things, we want them now, and they're like making us be more impatient. Nos están haciendo más impacientes, que lo queremos ya y lo tenemos que tener ya. We need to understand que no estamos aquí y no vamos a hacer las cosas tan rápido. Tenemos que pasar nuestro proceso. We need to go through our process, our desert. Tenemos que pasar nuestro desierto. So we learn to value those things. Think about it. I don't know how old are you, and if you represent with this, I'm sorry, but it is the truth. There is a lot of young people nowadays that, because of their parents are in good social status and they have give them everything, they want everything now. And this is something else that I was reading today. Strong people create weak times. Weak times create weak people. And when we have weak people, times get rougher. And whenever times get rougher, that's going to create rough people. So what we need to understand here is that we need to stop. Tenemos que dejar de estar consintiendo tantos. I'm not telling you how to raise your kids. Trust me, that's not my goal. What I'm trying to say here is that we need to make warriors. We need to make warriors at church. We need to make warriors at the gym. We need to make warriors as people. Why? Because we want everything now, and this society has become so easy to break that if you say one word, they're gonna feel attacked. If you talk this way, they're gonna feel bad. That's why we need to understand that there is no easy ways. There is no easy path to go to success. Another point that I have is love yourself. I was talking a little bit about this, but we're gonna get more into it right now. If you don't love yourself, how you can love more people? We want to be good Christians, right? That's why we are here in the world. God bring us here to make disciples, to love them. But I think that you need to start loving yourself more. I know that a lot of people have going through depression. I know that a lot of people have going through these suicidal thoughts, and it doesn't have to be like this, guys. We need to start enjoying life more, because life is pretty beautiful. Let me tell you, I've gone through a lot of difficult situations, and I will see the hand of God. I will see His love, and that makes me want to love more myself. Because how can I pay God back from sending his child to die on the cross. You know? I just need to start loving just like he did. But you need to love yourself first. Porque la palabra dice que la riqueza del corazón abrirá la boca. And what if you're sad inside? What if you're depressed? You're going to start speaking that. Y la boca tiene poder. We don't need to give chances to the devil, guys. And another point is, know that life is not easy, which it was what I was talking a little bit ago. Life is not easy, but you can make life enjoyable. All these points are going to connect to each other, and that's why I'm like being kind of like jumping into the next one before time. But it's because they all connect to it, you know. Life is not easy, but let me tell you something. We are here and we are warriors. If you're watching this right now, let me tell you something. You have a purpose in God. You have a purpose in life. But you need to start fighting for those dreams. Point number 7, and this is where success starts growing. Not everything will go as planned, okay? Not everything is going to be like we want it to be. Not everything is going to be your way. We might want something to happen right now and it won't happen. We might be working so hard. We might be investing. We might be like working hard. And let me tell you something. Life is not fair. Life is not easy like the point I was giving you guys. We're going to have struggle. We're going to have fights. We're going to have processes. But if we hold God's hand, it's going to be way easier than what you think. I don't know if you guys know about this rule about the el diezmo. And it's not like, you know what, I need you to start like giving your diezmo right now because God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you anyways. Si nosotros diezmamos es por obediencia, but God is going to bless you. I want you to understand this, okay? It's not like, oh, these guys are just looking for money, because it's not that way. Because without money, God was blessing me. He was blessing me with health. He was blessing me with work. I don't want money the easy way. I want it to be hard. So I can like value the money that I have. And that's what I want you guys to understand. If you make easy money, you won't value the things that you have. You need to start working harder. You need to know that life is not easy, so you can start like changing your mind. Not everything is like on TV. Not everything is like in social media. Behind those smiling people with wealth, with a good life, with really expensive cars, really good houses, there is a process. If it's not their process, was their family process, either their dad, their parents, their grandparents, or the great grandparents. But like there is a process to be a success. To be successful, you need to go through, como se dice, el valle de muerte. Tienes que cruzar muchas cosas y tienes que enterarte, pues, que la vida te va a golpear. Life is going to hit you hard. It doesn't matter if you think you're doing everything like God told you to do. You're gonna have process. En Dios tenemos procesos todo el tiempo. We got out of a process. That's great, pero vamos a tener más procesos. It's not all about being happy, let's say it in that way. It's not all about being in a good state of mind that we are like, you know what, I feel good here. I don't want to go anywhere because I really feeling good here. What can I tell you about this? There was a point in my life that I was feeling good. There was a point in Steve Harvey's life. I don't know if you know him. He's a really successful comedian. That he was feeling comfortable. Pero Dios te quiere llevar a lo más alto. He doesn't want you to stay there. He doesn't want you warming up the seats. He doesn't want you depressed. He doesn't want you in that state of mind that you're just being, you know what, I feel good here. I think I should be here. We need to be hunger. We need to have hunger for success. We need to have hunger for souls. Tenemos que subir escalones constantemente, guys. And I want you to really go forward. I don't want you to stay in that state of mind that you just think that everything is fine right now. Because life is going to be hard. Life is going to change. And you need to change with life. Another point that I have, and this is really good, okay? Your context is not an excuse. What I want you to understand about this. A lot of people, they ¿cómo te digo? Se victimizan. They victimize themselves. Oh, you know what? I come from this really poor family. We always have been in debt. Man, be the change. You gotta be the change of that family. Just because you were born in poverty doesn't mean that you have to die poor. Just because you have all these debts doesn't mean that you have to die with more debts and leave those debts to your children, to your great-grandchildren. We need to keep moving forward. I'm not gonna give you the keys to be like, oh, do this, do that, do this, and you're gonna have your life solved. Because no, like I was saying, life is not easy, and your context doesn't have to be an excuse. Steve Harvey, I was reading about his life, and man, at my age, he was sleeping in a car in a parking lot. He was sleeping in a car in a parking lot when he was 25. Then he asked himself, what do I have to do? And you know what he did though? Let me tell you about his life. He prayed to God and be like, God, if you give me one opportunity, I won't fail you. As you can see, he's one of the most successful comedians nowadays. Why? Because he had faith. And this will take us to another point that I have here, which is point 9. Faith to act on whatever your dream is. Like I was telling you guys that we were going to talk about goals. This is the moment. I don't care what your goal is. As long as it's a good goal, I don't care what it is. If you have a great dream, if you have a really big dream, don't think that it's impossible to get there. Don't think just because you're like, you know what? A lot of soccer players, let's say you want to be a soccer player, at my age, they're playing in clubs already. If you're good, work harder. Work harder. Work harder. You have a gift that God gave you when you were born. You need to explode that gift. Tienes que darle todo a ese regalo que Dios te dio. I don't know what it is. Personally, mine, I feel that it's talking. I love talking to people, man. Like when I can, my friends know it. I'm always talking. I'm always talking about what I want to do. You know what, man? I wanna start doing this, and this, and this. I wanna do this, and this, and this. But let me tell you something. It's not what I want to do. It's what am I doing to get there. And this is explaining about this. I'm having faith and that's great. But I need to act as well. No solo tengo que estar ahí diciendo, oh sí, yo quiero ser un ingeniero en sistemas. Oh sí, yo quiero ser un doctor. And I'm not even looking on classes on the universities, or if I apply to go to universities, or if I can get some scholarships. And just because I don't look for those, I'm like, you know what? I want to be all that. But I just can't. And trust me, I hate that word so much. Well, I mean, I don't like that word because the Bible says that we don't have to hate. So yeah, I really don't like that word. Okay, you need to stop liking that word. I can't. It's okay when you say I can't when it's like the 10 commandments, right? Oh no, I can't kill. Well, you don't want to do it anyways. Oh no, I can't lie. Well, you don't have to lie. You don't want to lie because you're a good Christian, right? Right, guys? Right? I hope so. Yeah. So yeah. Stop saying I can't. Because like I was saying in the beginning, tu boca tiene poder. Whatever you say has power. You need to stop believing. You need to have faith on yourself. You need to have faith that what you're going to do is going to be great, is going to go good. And even though it doesn't go as planned, you're not going to stop having faith. Noé esperó muchísimos años He had faith that God talked to him and sent him to do el arca de la que escuchamos todos ahora. Even people that are not Christian, they know about Noah. So what happened? He had faith in himself. Being successful is not just being rich. And I know I've been telling you like you can be wealthy because you can. But being successful is also being a good brother, a good partner, a good husband, a good wife. We need to start realizing that we don't need a lot to be happy. But like my producer was telling me yesterday, yo, money won't make you happy. But it will make easier some things that will make you happy too. So work hard, man. I bless you guys that are watching this video and are here till this point. And we don't have too much time, but I want to read some comments right now. Like I was telling you guys. Oh man, it's not loading. That's sad. Okay, sorry guys, it's not loading here. Okay, I got them now. Oh, okay. Hermana Claudia, she said, bendiciones, muchachos. God bless you, hermana. We really miss you. I hope your trip was great. I hope you had a lot of fun in that trip. K Candy, this is Tia Gabi. Just because their goal is different than yours, it doesn't mean it's not a good goal. We gotta encourage each other no matter the goal. Bendiciones, Andy. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. We all might have different goals, and it's gonna be some rocks in our path, like I was saying. But that doesn't mean your goal is not reachable. Que no lo puedes alcanzar. It just means that you have to work harder. That it maybe won't go as planned, but you need to work harder to reach that goal. And then is Debbie saying, right. Debbie, we love you. You're a part of this podcast. Debbie, I have something for you. I know that you've been studying in these classes to be like a good estilista. And I pray to God, girl, that you're gonna be successful and you're going to be great, just like the rest of you all that are watching this. I don't care what your goal is, as long as as long as it's a good goal, as long as it's not like, oh, I want to do this crazy stuff. No, as long as it's a good goal and reasonable, I pray to God that you're gonna be successful in that goal, that you're gonna reach your goal, and you're gonna be as happy as possible. But let me tell you something, that this is that happen to a lot of people. When they get to that point, sometimes they forget they were come from. And that's the worst thing to do, man. Like, don't forget where you're from. Don't forget what's your past. Because your past is your story. Your story is your testimony. And if you are straight in your testimony, you can preach to people about your testimony. And if you ask me, that's my most powerful preaching, my testimony. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. They, in a way, ellos se van a reflejar en mí, like, oh, this kid like suffered a lot when he was little. Like, you know what? I suffered a lot too. But look at him where he is now. I never thought I was going to be here, man. By now I should be like, I don't know, dead, probably in jail. I don't know. God give me another chance, and I'm taking that. Just like you should be doing with the opportunities that God is giving you. And this will conclude with point number 10, that is believing in yourself. Believe in yourself and share that with people. People need someone to believe in them, man. Honestly, it's hard. This society, they're really selfish nowadays. I was walking on the park the other day, and I was getting something for the food truck that was there. And then this homeless man came to me and he says, "Hey man, I'm hungry." He been telling that to a lot of people, and then he came to me almost like con vergüenza, con pena. He said, "Hey man, I'm hungry." And that made me realize that society nowadays is really selfish. They just think about their own good, you know. If you have the chance to help other people, just help them. No te va a quitar nada. Es más, te vas a ver como una mejor persona. You're gonna start feeling better. You're gonna be a great human being, and that's going to talk about a lot about you. That's gonna talk about your testimony as you being Christian. And we need to close up really soon because I'm a little bit short of time. You know me, when I start talking, it's hard for me to stop talking. My producer was like, man, come on, hurry up. So, alrighty, guys, I want to pray for you all. I hope you are having a great night. I hope you are having an amazing day. And like I'm saying, trust in yourself. Have discipline. ¿Cómo se dice? Ten disciplina. Stay disciplinado. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that in English. I'm still learning, guys, and look at this. I've been talking for 20 minutes in English, and I still don't know a lot of words. Props to me. Anyways, I pray for you guys, and I know the life is hard, like I was saying. I know that you're gonna have a lot of rocks that you're gonna stumble on. Keep moving forward. Never stop believing in yourself, and never stop believing in God, because with Him, all things are possible. I hope you all have a great night and stay blessed.